I came across this article the other day, and it caught my eye because its title was Funny False Advertisements. And when I opened it up, what it was I don't know, probably a dozen pictures of things that people got that were falsely advertised. They had a picture of, for example, this kiddie pool, and there was at least 2 kids in the pool in the picture, and then a couple standing around it, and they looked like they were having the time of their life. And then they showed their actual kid standing in the pool that they had taken out of this box. And I mean, I don't know how this one, I mean, it wasn't a big kid, but at the same time, I don't know how this kid could fit into this little tiny pool by himself, let alone get another one in there, because it was just a totally false picture that was on the front of that package. There was a bunch of chocolate chips, cookies that they had on this picture where, every cookie had, 100 chocolate chips on it. And then they took a picture of one of the cookies that they took out of the package, and there was only 1 chocolate chip in it, and I found myself laughing, and yet it struck a chord in me. I hate false advertising, especially when it comes to people. I hate labels. And I think the reason why I really don't like them, is I've kind of assessed that thinking in my own heart and mind, is that most of the time with labels, there is an assumption that is attached to that label. Like, I think we do it as human beings to help us better describe something in our lives. Like, it's easier for us to say, well, it's a chocolate chip cookie. And technically, that one cookie, with only 1 chocolate chip cookie, that actually was a chocolate chip cookie. It just only had 1 chocolate chip on it, right? So it was a chocolate chip cookie, but if you were expecting what was on the picture, man, you would have been totally disappointed. And it's the same thing with life and with situations and with people in our lives. Sometimes we've all done it, but we look at what's on the outside, what's being presented, and we assume what's on the other side of that. I've been on that side myself. I've done it 100 times before. I don't like to admit that, but I've judged a book by its cover and dismissed people and situations because of what I saw on the outside. And I know I've been on the receiving end of that too. I've dropped a title by mistake, or introduced myself in a way in which a few key words caused somebody just to totally check out, and not listen to anything else I had to say just because of my name, or my title, or what I did for work. And that really sucks. I want to show you what I mean. I'm going to say something here, and I just want you to pay attention to your heart and your mind when I say it for the next few moments, okay? I am a follower of Jesus, and I actually totally believe that God is real and that He's active in our lives. Now, what's interesting is that there are some people already, probably right now, that if you're not into the religious scene whatsoever, you're probably reaching for your mouse and you're passing me off maybe as some kind of religious nut or whatever. And there's other people that maybe totally believe I'm safe just because I made that proclamation, and maybe they're tuning out for a different reason. What's interesting to me is that, I've grown up in the church, and I get it, especially those of you who are bitter towards the church and bitter towards God and that kind of thing, because, I've been around a lot of people that claim to be people who are Christians, claim to be people who are real, that wear masks, and the words that come out of their mouth are really not worthy of the breath that they speak. And I know that is insulting. I'm blunt with you in this. That's insulting, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings in the midst of this, because I'm not pointing at anybody specifically. And yet at the same time, I know people that claim to be Christians that I don't trust at all. Not a bit. Yet on the other side of things, and this is the thing, on the other side of things, there are some people in my life over the years that have claimed to be Christians and live out the life, and that my ears perk up when they say a single word, because I find that out of their mouth comes wisdom and grace and mercy and things that really accentuate who God is and what he's about. And those kind of people have made my life a different life. They've sharpened me and changed my life as they've pointed me to who God is and what he's about. And I value real people. People who are willing to take off the mask and to dig beneath the surface and to share some of their struggles, some of the things that they're learning, some of the bad decisions that they've made, but also some of the hope that they have, some of the things that they have learned the hard way, some of the things that they are still in the midst of learning. I love people who are willing to drop the exterior garbage that we sometimes put on and really kind of just talk to you about life, about what they're learning, and about what God is doing in their life. Now, I don't know where you're at, but I just want you to know that this is the exact reason why today I am starting a brand new set of videos that I'm going to be putting out every week from now on, trying to aim to have it out every Wednesday, maybe more than that, that is just simply titled, I Want More. Simply taking off the mask, looking past the surface, sharing some of the struggles that I have in my life, and hopefully talking together about, how to go forward as we face the different struggles in our life. I want to introduce myself. My name is Kevin, and I am just trying to figure out life like many of you. And that's what this series is going to be all about. I'm not going to be trying to tell you what to do on these videos. I don't care about your past or what you've done or what you haven't done. I definitely don't care about what labels you happen to be wearing or don't wear as far as that is concerned. Over the next few weeks, what I'm going to be doing is exploring life, exploring what it means to go deeper. And I want to invite you to join me on that. The format for what these are going to look like is simple. I'm going to do everything I can once or twice a week to take off my mask, invite you into my life, and just share some of the things that are going on in my life, some of the battles, some of the victories, some of the disappointments that I'm experiencing, but also on the other side of things, some of the hope that I'm discovering in the midst of those, some of the things that God has been trying to teach me. And I hope that they're an encouragement to your life. I want to warn you, though, before you kind of think about joining me in the midst of this, what you're going to find is not a perfect guy. You're not going to find a guy that's got things all figured out. But you will find somebody who wants more, who's taking one day at a time, searching out God and my life, and trying to figure out how those two things connect. And yet at the same time, I want to invite you on that journey with me if that strikes at your heart chords as well. I think there's no more controversial topic in the entire world than talking about the Bible. There's some people that seems like as soon as you say the word, the Bible, they feel like they need to fight it somehow. And I don't really understand that. I've always found it to be a very, very positive influence within my life. There's a lot of wisdom in there, things that I'm yet to learn. And so part of this series for myself personally is that I've decided that as we do these videos and I put these videos out, that I'm going to be reading through the New Testament, the second half of the Bible. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in Matthew and start reading through the entire thing. I'm going to be taking 5 chapters a week. That way allows me to miss a couple days, if for whatever reason I miss a day or two. But it also allows me a chance to catch up to, if I read a part that really captures me, that I can read the rest of the chapter the next day. And, I've always found the Bible to be inspiring. And I would encourage you, I want you to know that you don't have to read the Bible to be able to watch these videos. And yet at the very same time, I want to encourage you to join this journey with me and read through, 5 chapters a week. That's not too big of a deal. Even if you've never read the Bible, I would encourage you to dig in. There's the possibility you might look through and say, well, this isn't for me. You also might look through it and say, man, how have I missed this all my life? And so, I want to invite you to take part in that part of the journey as well. And begin with me this week in Matthew, just starting through the first 5 chapters. I just feel like I need to say this one more time. I'm hungry for more. I want more than just another, message, just another preacher who's trying to tell me to do something. I want more than some advertisement. I hunger for life in the depths of the dark days that we are facing right now. And I've been thinking about this. I only have one life to live, and I want to live it well. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I just kind of came to the decision a long time ago in my life that I'm kind of done playing games. And the more I explore God and who He is and who He sees me to be, the more I want to know Him. And if that strikes at you today, then I'd love for you to join me. I'm actually going to be starting a YouTube channel just specifically for this. I want to invite you to watch for me in Facebook. I don't care how many people follow me. If you don't like this, thanks for watching this far. But either way, my wish for you is this. May this week be an incredible week as you begin to explore this with me, those of you who want to go on this journey together. Thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to sharing with you next week.